picturesque Provo, Utah, LaBelle Edwards Stadium. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. It's the Washington Huskies and the BYU Cougars. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rose, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Thanks, guys. Checking in with the Huskies head coach. Coach said his message to the team this week is we have got to play every single game like it's a playoff game. They have done well in the conference so far, and he wants to continue that dominance, but consistency is the key. He keeps telling his team we just have to go 1-0 this week to keep that consistent approach going. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Turning it on. The 40. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Huskies. Once he got some room, it was over.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. A designed run for the quarterback. Into the end zone for the 2, and they push that lead out to 8.
I tell you, defensively, you don't got to do a lot to help out this offense with all the weapons they have. After the penalty, that 2-point conversion was easy.
You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Fielded in the end zone. It's Johnson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Takes the handoff. It's Martin. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Going with the counter play here. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? To the air, it's Bachmeier. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on 3rd down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football game.
Slips through the line. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. Man, that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football somewhere.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Washington trying to convert this 4th down. Quarterback keeps it. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Man, on 4th and 2, I'm looking at my offensive line. I'm like, you got to give me just a little slither. Great job by the offensive line, blocking up just enough to get the 1st down, running physically downhill. That's all you want on those 4th and 2 situations.
Washington coming to the line with another 1st down. Here's a give to Washington. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Williams unloads to the right, and his throw is incomplete.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on 3rd down. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Huskies! Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Johnson. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. To the air, it's Buckmeyer. Got a man, it's Casper. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Martin.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's knocked down for a loss of 7. It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast, you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball on the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster. They can see it right now. Those safeties fly up, those corners fly up, outside backers fly up, and get in the play immediately.
Under fire. Makes the grab. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down.
And defensively on 3rd down, man, that is absolutely your goal. You want to play top down, play back. If they want to dump the ball off to the running back, so be it. But you got to tackle him, and you got to get him to the ground, and that's exactly what this defense does, and they force the 4th down.
Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year.
Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game, and now all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know how college football, David, is about momentum. What is their defense going to be able to do here now when they take the field?
You're right, man. The momentum swings so fast, and now this defense's job is to go out and stop it, right? Like, we made a mistake. You huddle the guys up, sudden change. Be aware they might take a shot down the field, but let's grab the momentum right back.
Trying to run, it's Martin. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the break. It's Washington holding the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. They'll send the back in motion. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. And they're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
And, guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Buckmeyer. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Man, what a great break on the ball. Way to knock it down. But, man, this situation, they're almost in field goal range, had a chance to maybe take some points off of the board. That's a big play that we might circle back to later.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. They're hanging around here. Leads down to 12. Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Williams. Here comes the heat. And they got it.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He's looking deep. Upstairs to make the catch. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
And love offenses that are willing to find matchups and take advantage of them. Like, use your running back in the middle of the field. You want to use a linebacker, so be it. He can beat it. This guy has really good speed, really good ball skills, and I like the way they're using him out of the backfield.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Washington. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Here's Williams. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He's got great speed. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they can take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups. Well, BYU is a team that made it to the Big 12 title game a year ago. A big part of it was L.J. Martin and their ability running the football, but also what he was able to do catching it as well. Bachmeier back at quarterback, so this offense really expects to take the next step. But L.J. Martin, David, probably one of the better running backs in the country that maybe a lot of college football fans outside of the Big 12 don't really know about.
Yeah, I mean, he could catch it, he could make you miss, he could run you over. The injuries slowed him down a little bit a year ago. But another year of experience with Bear in the backfield, and that is a big Bear. That is a large Bear that can also run the football. Could be a great 1-2 punch that makes you pack a lunch and tackle some grown men for 60 minutes.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Martin. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
And the Cougars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking for a man. It's Bachmeier. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Trying to take it back. The 40. Inside the 30. After making the interception, he took it all the way back and sets up his offense at the 17-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Defense in press coverage. Looking to buy time. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He's got him. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Gets the back moving. Snap to the back. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed. Stopped in the backfield. The Cougars will use their first timeout here. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Throwing, Williams. Now improvising. He'll throw it. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
It's hard in this area throwing over this big defensive line. They've got long arms. You saw it right there, knocking that ball down on 2nd down. They'd
love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Williams to the air again. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. So they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Never a doubt. And that lead grows even bigger. Well, they were able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Bachmeier. Got his man. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
He fires a bullet to the right. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
Stepping to the right. Going to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Takes it on the return. Makes a move. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Touchdown, Huskies. Stealing a score on special teams. PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So his big play capability was on full display, and that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. We start with a look at Rutgers, taking on the number 17 team, the UCF Knights. And it's the Scarlet Knights in one of those old-school fight-in-a-phone-booth games. Neither team has been able to break out offensively, but it feels like the one that does will come away today with a signature win. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Looking to pass. It's Bachmeier. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Shows him the stiff arm. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert. There's a crease. He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
It's a reverse. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throwing right. It's caught. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And obviously trailing in this football game now in the second half, this is exactly what they talked about at halftime. We've got to create some explosive plays in the passing game. They're going to need a lot of this, and the defense is fully aware that they're going to throw the football. But that's a great start to this second half.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Trying play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated.
Lets it fly. He's got it inside the 25, and he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down.
And that had to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no rhyme or reason why a receiver should be that wide open, that deep down the field. Defense, they better check themselves.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
That one came in hot, and it's incomplete.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Nestled just inside that right upright.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Here's Williams to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
But you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. Fires to the middle. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Holly, what update do you have on that?
Guys, things are starting to get intense down here on the sideline. The turnovers have been the story of this game, and it all starts with this defense. After that last interception, they came to the sideline, and the guys keep saying, let's keep eating. This defense is fueling this.
He's going to throw deep right side. He caught it. Touchdown, Washington. And the stomping has commenced.
And it started with their offense. They put them in a bind, man. They're already trailing, needed a good possession here in this third quarter to cut into the lead. What do? They turn the football over, short side of the field. Their defense doesn't hold, and this game is getting out of hand.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Hits him with a stiff arm. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. The last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Fires quickly. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
To throw, it's Bachmeier. They'll run the screen. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Looking for room. It's Martin. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Coming into this game, man, the focal point was on the running back, right? We've got to stop the running back. Talking to these coaches, they've got to be physical. One guy, two guy, three guys have to get there. Man, they've done an unbelievable job being physical, getting him on the ground, and really shutting a great player down so far this game.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
I know it hasn't been the type game statistically this running back was hoping to have up to this point. He's been getting shut down. Finally, he's able to break through for a big one. And sometimes, you know, it just takes one. It takes one run like that to get his confidence back, to get the offensive line's confidence back.
Could be an alley. He goes out of bounds, and that'll take us to the start of the fourth quarter. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. They'll go to the counter play. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking for a man. It's Bachmeier. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And it's going to be difficult for this
field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. After their defense slammed the door shut, now the finishing touches can be put on this one. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. Williams. They get to him as he throws. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Williams looking for a man. Throws to the back. Right on target this time. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage. And one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
It's 3rd and 5. Williams. Got his man. Turns it on in midfield. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
You know, there are probably a lot of coaches out there with a lead like this that would like to run the ball and see if they could ice this game and bleed the clock. Not this coaching staff. They are going to be aggressive. They are going to continue taking shots.
To the air on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. They put another one on the board here in the 4th quarter. And how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1.
And man, oh man, I don't know how you leave that guy open for the touchdown. Like some kind of miscommunication on the defense. He has had a big day. He's a go-to guy. Palmer, I don't know what you saw with your quarterback eyes, but it looked like a bust by the defense.
Yeah, and that's inexcusable by this defense because this guy's already burned you in this game. He's lighting you up. If there's anybody that you got to be aware of, if there's one player that you have to know where he's lined up every single play, it's him. So for the defense to allow him to be that wide open on that play at this point of the game, no bueno on B.
Takes a handoff. It's Martin. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
I like the poise by the quarterback on that play, too, because a lot of times as a quarterback, you see the blitz coming, and immediately you want to audible, you want to try to throw the ball, but he knew that he had a good run play called, and he knew he could leave it on. Heads-up play by the QB.
They'll keep it on the ground. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. To the ground to try to move the chains. There's a little room there. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
A huge gain. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and had a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. There he goes. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. The Cougars pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Go, go! He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Now on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Bachmeier. Looking to the big tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. He's looking to throw. Complete. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the Cougars, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Run in the red zone. It's Martin. Got enough space. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous play. A late touchdown. On to attempt the try. Bangs it through for an extra point. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And listen, it's getting late in the game. It's in the 4th quarter, and they got to make something happen when you're down by this much. But I'll tell you what, this onside kick went like the defense and the offense is gone for this day. It's just underwhelming, not successful, just been a bad day.
They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Throwing, Williams. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Pass is knocked away, incomplete, and how good is it to have a linebacker who can cover that much ground?
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down, still trying to execute their offense, still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Williams will pass. Looking deep. Makes a connection. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down. Washington wants to go quickly. And another big play by this offense. And if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, as a defense, stop us. Because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to score points. That's the aggressive nature of this football team.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Fires to the wideout. Connection to the right. Oh, he's got some space. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Here's Williams to throw. Floating away. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly. And
back to the air on second down. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He's brought down, but a really nice return gets it to the 41. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Back to pass, it's Bachmeier. Here's the pressure. Zings it complete to the right. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Cougars can really attack on this second and short. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
That's it. A sack to end it as they finish off this one in style. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can